Welcome to the A to Z Quilling series. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a zinnia for the letter Z. Zinnias have a lot of petals. So what we're going to do when creating our quilled zinnia flower is to create multiple levels, right? And we're also going to use multiple colors or many colors to create the effect of depth and many petals. So to create or to make a zinnia, you will need 5 18-inch strips of dark blue, 5 13-inch strips of a lighter shade of blue, and then 5 9-inch strips of a lighter blue. Now you don't have to do this in blue, you could also do this in pink or red, orange. So you could either choose to do it in one solid color where all the petals are the same color, or you could do it in shades of colors or multicolors. Apart from all of this, you will also need one full strip of yellow quilling paper to make the center of the flower. To start making the zinnia, let's start with making the petals. There are a lot of petals to be made. To make the petals, what you have to do is roll out each petal, starting with the smallest one first. Roll it out tightly. Now let your roll open out a little bit, and once you're comfortable with as much as it's open, go ahead and seal it closed. We're now going to repeat the same thing for the rest of the 4 petals that we have of the light blue color. Now that we're done with the first row of our petals, we're going to work on the next 2 rows of the petals. It's going to be the same way, so roll it out, let your circles open, and then seal them. The only difference is you're going to make sure that with each color progression, your circle size is also going to get bigger. Now that we have all our circles made, the next thing we have to make is the center of our flower, for which you need to take the yellow strip we kept aside earlier. Now roll out your yellow strip nice and tight fully, and you're going to seal the strip off before you take it off so that you get a nice tight roll. Now that we have all the circles for our flower ready, the next thing we are going to do is start making the petals. So all of these have to be formed into petals. To make a petal, let's start with the biggest one. It's the same way for all the petals, and I'll show you how that's done. So take your petal, pick up the center of your petal. Okay, now hold the center of your petal to one side and then gently squeeze down from the other side to get a point. So we're going to get what is called a teardrop shape. Now we're going to repeat the same thing for all the other petals. Now that all the petals of our zinnia are complete, we're going to start putting it together. So we're going to start with the outermost petals, or the biggest petals first. Taking these 5 petals, you're going to form a flower and stick it together like that. So this is how we're going to stick this together. And we're going to repeat the same thing to create similar shapes for all of them. So we're going to stick all of them together to form the shape of a flower. And we should have 3 flowers of different colors. Once the flowers are dried, the next thing we're going to do is layer them to create the flower that we want. So the bottom layer is going to be our dark blue layer. Now on top of that, what we're going to do is put in the light blue layer. So we're going to put in some glue onto our light blue flower. Put glue well, and now you're going to stick this, but you're going to not stick it exactly on top but a little off center, so kind of like that, so that our petals will overlap. Okay, now we're going to put the next one on top of this, but this one is going to also be put a little off center so that the petals overlap and all the colors show up really well. So we're going to stick that like so. Okay, and now on top of this, what we're going to do is put in our bit of yellow. And there you go. That's our zinnia. Thank you for watching how to make a quilled zinnia for the letter Z as a part of the A to Z quilling series that I'm doing along with Mrs. B of YellowMellowLife. Today was the last video as a part of our series, and it's been so much fun to make a lot of these quilling objects from A to Z. If you'd like to check all the previous videos that we've made in this series, all the links are in the description below. You could also follow me on various other channels. The links are in the description below. And if you'd like to stay up to date with all the various videos that Mrs. B and I make, both our channels, the links are in the description below, and hit the subscribe button to follow my channel. That's about it from me today. Bye-bye.